Greetings. I'm Steve Winters, host of Profiles in Folk on WSHU Public Radio on Friday evenings. Welcome to one in a series of virtual mini concerts produced in partnership with the Little Pub group of 5 restaurants in Connecticut. Each mini concert focuses on a singer-songwriter from the state, all performed regularly and each was a featured performer at previous Little Pub Unplugged Coffee House concerts right here at the WSHU Broadcast Center. Our thanks go out to Doug and Doreen Grabe, the proprietors of the Little Pubs. They originally brought the Unplugged idea to us in 2018, and we've been running with it ever since. Our man behind the glass for this concert is WSHU Director of Engineering, Paul Litvinovich. With all that said, let's welcome Griff Anthony for this virtual Unplugged mini concert. Griff's recording full-length feature movies to documentaries, TV shows, and commercials. He possesses a lengthy and growing list of successes, and foremost among those successes are 3 albums of country-tinged music. His latest of faith and isolation and transition, but at its core, Refuge represents a collection of songs about hope, and Lord knows, we certainly, during these days, need plenty of that. He's a rising star in the world of singer-songwriters, and he coffee houses with his easygoing performance style and his music tinged with the country, blues, and jazz. Let's welcome Griff Anthony.
Thank you, Steve. Whoa, it's a lucky thing I don't have to move my feet to dance with you without saying a word. You speak to me, you're the wild rush. A barefoot kid watching sunsets out over Mystic, with a reason I came through a dust cloud headed for freedom. You was waiting on the steps with a smile and a bottle of wine, 'cause you're the best break this heart could ever have. You're that piling high, that love on love. Under your breath, under the rain-swept trees on the porch of a teddy bear cottage. Hey, a river in the still of a summer day, 'cause you're the best break this heart could ever have. You're all of the luck that I'll never need. You're the big door prize, you're the beat of a drum. You're that piling high, that love on love. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. That I'll ever need. You're the piling high of that love on love, 'cause you're the best break this heart could ever have. You're all of the luck that I'll never need. You're the big door prize, you're the beat of a drum. You're the piling high of that love on love. You're the piling high of that love on love. Okay. So this was the first guitar that I ever had. I figured it'd be a good time to take it out and play with it. Since it doesn't have electronics in it, I don't often get to play with it. But in a situation like this, with some microphones and intimate space, it should be pretty perfect here. Again, my darling midnight blue, roll and polish off the ride, and gaze upon that moon and slip into the still Sedona sky. Oh, fall until you're fast asleep and you're warmed against the fire. Oh, fall until you welcome home the wild cries of the coyote's lullabies. Gone away to work the dirt and clay, and grateful much gold, with fortune in our eyes. Oh, memories of better days, and the chorus of the choir. Oh, rest assured you will endure the wild cries of the coyote's lullabies. Oh, memories of better days, in the chorus of the gospel choir. Oh, rest oh, the wild cries of the coyote's lullabies. Maybe a little. It's like that old. It's like that old song from, I think it was like the 50s or something, like the Cattle Call. A Latin American thing, rhythmic. Yeah, I'll take it though.
Very nice.
Thanks, Steve.
Well, it is good to have you on this virtual concert.
Thanks.
How have you been doing with this coronavirus pandemic? I mean, for musical artists, it's not an easy thing.
You know, so I luckily my health has been there. I haven't contracted the virus. My family and friends have not either. I had an aunt, uncle that, and some cousins that have had it, but I guess it was a week straight. So they tested positive, and then it was about a week or two. They did the 14, but they were all okay, and they're strong as can be now, and back better than ever. Financially, it's been tough for me. I make a living on gigging 4 or 5 nights a week.
Right.
It's been a lot of time to write, which is great. I'm pretty much halfway through the next record.
Great.
Which I
That's
feel
terrific.
I'm happy about, but I still know that the second half is going to take.
What's it
a while.
shaping up as musically?
So, yeah. Of different lifestyles and scenarios that I have never found myself in.
Ah,
So, John Prine was one of my favorite writers
right.
of all time. And the late John Prine. It sounds weird saying that. I've never said that out loud before, but the late John Prine was one of my favorite writers of all time. And he would do that. He would write about an old couple falling in love. He would write about all different third-person perspective scenarios that or like a writing assignment to do my best research, to put myself empathetically sorts of things. So yeah.
Okay, his songs could be, I mean, they could be about such simple things, but they would be profound.
Yeah.
You know.
Prine? Heck yeah. Oh gosh. He was the best at disguising the heaviest and profound things with such simple lyrics and simple, just he was so good. I could talk about him. We didn't need a much longer set. We'd need a much longer show. My uncle played bass for him for a little bit and was on some of his recordings. And so I grew up a little bit with like hearing the name John Prine, but it wasn't until I started doing this full time that I really jumped into.
What were some of your other influences?
Yeah, my parents are divorced. They divorced when I was like 5. And my dad remarried. He ended up moving to Florida, and I lived with my mom up here in New York, in Westchester County. Now she lives in Putnam County, so pretty close to here. But she would listen to the Gypsy Kings. She would listen to jazz. She would listen to like 80s pop. Fordham. She would listen to Kenny Rankin. So like, and then my dad was heavy into the Beatles. Went to college down in Florida and linked up with a lot of the other jazzers down there that were in down in Miami, and they were all into like Steely Dan and a lot of that like 1920s Harlem jazz type stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know. I guess in high school I was like so many other kids around here, like Dave Matthews Band and everything, and then it took a while to get into later in life I started to get into like Prine probably and Dylan and gosh, Bill Withers, the late Bill Withers. It sounds weird to say that too. Bill Withers.
It's varied.
In the last couple weeks too, so we lost Bill Withers and John Prine in the same week.
Yeah, same week, right.
It's just crazy. So,
Wow.
yeah. But
Okay.
yeah.
Are you performing any of the new material?
Nothing yet. So,
Okay, so I won't ask you to do one.
I could fumble through one on my phone, but I'd prefer not to. I know I have a lot more writing to go, and I have a lot more refining of those
Okay.
songs. So
Okay.
even right now, where I feel like they're done, they can't get any better. Phonetically, syllables, every word, I know they still have a long way to go.
That's understandable.
So,
Okay, well, treat us to a couple others then. that
Sure.
You've been singing for a while.
Tune up quickly. So this was a song from a record in, I think 2012, an EP called The Canyon, and it's like a save the world type song. It's lighthearted, and I feel like it's somewhat timely right now. And someday, the watercolored pictures that I paint will turn into reality in the brightest day that I ever did see. In some way, G.I. Joes are gonna make their way back home with a new philosophy, their misplaced hate, it'll disappear. Settle in the shadows of the crowds. Well, I don't judge what I don't see, and I won't say a thing. So come on and sing with me. Well, I have a dream. It echoed out the call of 63. But just words, they opened up the door. Oh, in time, the colors of our skin are gonna become one. Ever oh so perfectly without a crime. It's so beautiful. Oh, help me shine a light in the hearts of those settle in the shadows of the crowds. Well, I don't judge what I don't see, and I won't say a thing. So come on and sing with me. Come on, come on. All righty, that's a song called Someday. This room sounds really nice. Thank you guys for doing such a great job with the design of this and even the engineering and the mix. It's weird to say on stage, but the mix up here sounds nice. So thank you. I hope it sounds all right for all you folks at home that are watching or listening. Will this be on the radio, or will this be strictly
It's going to be on Facebook.
on Facebook? Cool. Cool. Well, I hope it's. Would you like another one?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Head on a pillow of feathers and faith, hell-bent on feeling like a prayer for a rainbow in a hurricane. Only hope remains when you can't forgive with no one to blame. When you can't life of the party and taking a turn, slurring hard and leaning. He's a hometown hero, can't remember his name. Only hope remains, and only hope remains when you can't forgive with no one to blame. And when you can't explain how it only hope remains. La 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 la. Who you were, who you set out to be, headstrong and dreaming. Only hope remains, only hope remains when you can't forgive with how everything's changed. Only hope remains, only hope remains when you can't forgive with no one to blame. When you can't explain how everything's changed, only hope remains.
Certainly a song for our time. What, a little over a decade now?
Yeah, yeah.
What made you gravitate towards singing being a singer-songwriter?
The easy answer is it was I was a jock in college. I played baseball.
Okay.
Baseball paid for school for me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what brought me down to Florida. As a New York boy, Florida was, Florida or all those warm areas are
What position?
the spots. I was a left-handed pitcher,
Really?
and in it. I was in band, but in college, when I started to from jock life, playing
Mhm.
like Division I baseball. It's
Right.
like, it's such a mindset. It's such a, you eat, breathe, and sleep baseball. You know, you're still going to school, but you're pretty much majoring in baseball, you know. And the guitar was something that if I'd go back to my dorm or wherever I was, whether I was traveling on the bus or in a hotel room, I'd be able to kind of just escape to this different place, a different mindset. And I liked the way that made me feel, you know. So I fancied myself as a songwriter. Favorite musicians and or taking their song and then trying to write lyrics over it, or, you know, and just working through things. And most of the people that I met through music, I gravitated surrounding baseball and professional baseball and weight rooms and all, you know. So that was probably what made me go all in. When I was in grad school at the time after Tommy John surgery on my elbow, and my aspirations of playing professionally were starting to fade, and I was starting to get much more serious with music, playing around the Miami singer-songwriters. I was hanging out with a lot of jazz kids, and music, just, that was it. That's all I wanted to do. Around 2007, 2008, I went all in, and approached me after a set and said, "Hey, those songs that you played tonight, maybe we can record them. I'll fund it, and we can play it, and I'll maybe we can get them licensed somewhere, and you'll still be a 50% writer on those. He'll be a 50% writer, and we'll see where they can land." And then that was it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So, yeah.
It's worked out well. That's an interesting path, though. Becoming a full-time musician. Which I never knew about you. So.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, it's weird. I went from one kind of far cry of a, you know, to think about pursuing, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Right.
it's weird.
Well, it was good to have you back with us, and hopefully, once this pandemic is over, we'll be able to go back to some more unplugged concerts with little pub partnership as well. So, do you want to close out with a piece?
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love
Great.
to. Thank you again for having me for this, and all the Facebook viewers. Site. Hopefully, when times get a little more sane and things calm down a bit, you'll be able to find me regionally around Connecticut and New York and the Northeast. And once upon a time, I used to do this. I hope those times return, and I hope I can do this more often. We're a little out here. Let me try and tune up a bit and play one more for you.
Okay. While you're tuning,
Sure.
I'll just mention that your webpage is www.griffinanthony.com. Again, that's www.griffinanthony.com.
Thank you. Thank you for that plug. There's a song called On the I want a deep life. No, not that easy life. And I want my hands to I want to battle with my faith. I want hands to feel heavy. Oh, but I howl at the moon with a double-time dose, calling day blind stars to help prepare the ghosts for the wolf in the man. He's hunting on a mountain high, working hard, punching time and getting by. I want a deep love. And I want my heart on the level. And I want my heart on the level. Oh, but I howl at the moon with a double-time dose, calling day blind. And the man, he's hunting on a mountain high, working hard, punching time, getting by. Time dose, calling day blind stars to help prepare the ghost for the wolf in the man. He's hunting on a mountain high, working hard, punching time and getting by. Punching time, getting by. Working hard, punching time and getting by.